Hey guys, it's another 3-minute video here today. And this week we are talking about how to get top talent in your agency. And, we know this is a difficult subject, and we know this is something that we hear from you all the time is something that you want to improve in. So we wanted to put this series out, and we've got a new course coming out. Be on the lookout for that. But today I want to talk to you about the work culture and have an intentional work culture. And, why is culture so important? It transforms how people work, how they feel about work, things like that. It's important that culture matches your organization's values. Employees need to buy into these values. It's not something that needs to be written down on paper and you just decide one day, here's our values. I think it's something that needs to evolve over time, things that you need to do that are passionate to you, things that matter to you, things that really hit your core values on that inside. It's like you ask your questions of like, how do you greet employees? How do you treat customers? How active are you in the community? And that's another big thing in the culture these days, that employees want to feel like they're involved in their community. They want to give back. They want to be involved in charitable activities. How diverse is your team? It's another big topic right now of discussion. And I think that's a huge part of, that your culture matches your organization's values. I think your organization's leadership is huge as well. In a study of like 6 to 10 people said within the study that I read that they left their current job or their past job because of the management team. They just couldn't get along with it. It didn't match up with their values. So, you need to think about that, how they encourage teamwork, how they encourage openness, what your leadership does and how they treat, their people, their customers, how they look at culture. I think that's a huge part of your culture is your leadership team and that C-suite team. I think also the people in your agency, people that you have in your business, the people are your greatest asset. A company culture where everyone feels comfortable and included is vital to help them want to work harder and reach their full potential. I really do feel like culture is huge based around your current people. And if you've got people within your organization that don't fit that culture, it may be time to cut them out or to rehab them. I think the last thing that, I would love to talk to you about with culture, and I can talk about this for an hour, but because we're in a 3-minute series, I want to talk to you about workplace norms or the policies or the traditions within your agency. And I think that these are things that aren't necessarily written down. These are things that aren't in a handbook necessarily, or they're not in things that, you would find written on walls or on posters. It's things like dress codes. It's things like recognition programs, or how you celebrate birthdays, or, how you spend your Friday afternoons at the office, or if you do a Taco Tuesdays, things like that. Excuse me, I got some, but I really do think that those type of workplace norms and things that you do every day, what charities you give to, how you want to give back in your community, things like that, your cultures really have a lot to do with those things in your workplace. So again, it goes back to your organization's values, your leadership, your people, and lastly, just kind of your overall workplace policies, norms, and traditions. I really think that's crucial to attracting new talent to come into your agency, because once they see those things and once they hear about that in the community, or once your people talk about it, that's going to just attract more and more people to say, I want to be a part of that culture. I think that's vital and that's huge in order to grow and attract people into your agency. So guys, I really hope that this has helped you. If it has, share it with somebody, let somebody else know. I really appreciate you joining us on these. It's something that's very important to Kelly and I. Can't wait to see you on the next one.